Time for Neil Spiel. Tonight, more like the more the merrier. It's true. I told you that as soon as Mitt Romney even hinted, he just might enter the presidential race. After all, well, he would lose all of that goodwill. Even I didn't think it would happen so fast. Now, the entrepreneur who says the former Republican presidential nominee is a nerd. That's an entrepreneur calling essentially another one a nerd. Then there's another Republican who said, been there, done that. The folks at the left-leaning news channel have already had a field day with the increasingly crowded Republican field. Me? Maybe because I'm half Italian and know how routine heavy candidate turnout is back in Italy, I don't have a problem with a lot of guys showing up to win the brass ring. What's that they say about the lottery? You got to be in it to win it. Now, I'm sure back in 1860, there were plenty of folks who thought that Abraham Lincoln's late entry into the contest made a confusing crowd of insiders all the more confusing. Let the pros sort this out, they lamented, through convention balloting that eventually settled on the lanky Illinois orator. Ditto a century later, when rising Democratic star and Senator John Kennedy was then thought too young and inexperienced to threaten established party stars, maybe like Hubert Humphrey or even Lyndon Johnson. Regardless, all were sure losers to the incumbent Vice President Richard Nixon, especially considering the popularity of Nixon's boss, Dwight Eisenhower, and the near idyllic 1950s. Now, my only point in going back in history and even mentioning these examples is that they upset the consensus, which at the time ruled out the guy eventually who won out, even winning out in a crowd, despite a crowd, over that crowd. So I say, for Republicans or Democrats, bring them on, all of them on, and may the best man or woman win. But don't let experts decide that. Let us decide that. Because if I've learned anything about politicos who dismiss crowded fields, it's that they fail to see the folks who rise from those crowded fields. Maybe they're just distracted because they never saw Lincoln coming, or JFK coming, or Ronald Reagan coming, or dare I say, Bill Clinton coming. All rose from supposed political dwarfs who supposedly didn't have a chance in hell until they did. Because that's the thing about crowds. They have a way of whittling down, but no damage was done before they did.